Hey everyone, and welcome to Explain the Charts. Today is May 14th, 2025, and we're taking a deep dive into Amazon stock, ticker symbol Amazon. We'll be looking at the recent news surrounding Amazon and then comparing that to what the charts are telling us. Let's begin with the current news headlines. Based on a recent Google search, it appears there's been some positive movement due to Trump slashing tariffs on de minimis China shipments, which is also affecting Meta. There's also talk of an incredible stat that could send Amazon's stock soaring. Additionally, analysts are debating whether Amazon stock is a buy, sell, or fairly valued after recent earnings reports. Of course, we'll also examine the chart data to see if these news events are reflected in the price action. Let's switch over to the one-day chart to see how Amazon has been performing. Looking at the daily chart, we can see that since the start of the year, Amazon has had some significant ups and downs. Notably, we see a massive surge in early February 2024, followed by a period of consolidation. In April of 2025, there was a huge drop and a quick recovery. Now, let's focus on more recent price action. Filtering the daily chart for the last month, we can observe a struggle to maintain upward momentum. The most recent candles, ending on May 13th, show some volatility, with some selling pressure. Notice the large drop on May 12th, potentially driven by investor reactions to some of the news we mentioned earlier. However, the last candle on May 13th shows recovery. To get a closer look at the recent price action, let's switch over to the 1-hour chart. This chart allows us to see the intraday volatility and potential short-term trading opportunities. On the 1-hour timeframe since April 23rd, we can see more detailed fluctuations. There seems to be some indecision in the market, with the price action moving sideways. Let's narrow our focus to the last few days on the 1-hour chart. We can see a potential support level forming around the 207 to 208 level. This area seems to be acting as a floor, with the price bouncing off it multiple times. However, the recent price action suggests a bit of a downward trend, so be wary of a potential breakdown below this level. For an even closer examination, let's switch over to the 15-minute chart. The 15-minute chart gives us the most granular view of the price action, allowing us to identify potential entry and exit points for short-term trades. Here, we can see some choppy price movement. Looking at the more recent candles, we're seeing consolidation, meaning the bulls and bears are fighting. Also take note of the price gap near May 12th, as that may act as a support point if the price drops again. Let's recap. We've seen that Amazon stock is currently trading around the $211 level. Key price levels to watch are the support around $207 to $208, which could be tested soon. A break below this level could lead to further downside, potentially targeting the $200 level. On the upside, immediate resistance lies around $214, which could be the target if Trump's tariff cuts take further effect. Analyst estimates suggest a potential price target of around $230, but this depends on various factors including trade negotiations and overall market sentiment. Keep an eye on upcoming economic data releases and any further news regarding the U.S.-China trade relations, as these could significantly impact the stock. Ultimately, trading decisions should be based on your own risk tolerance and thorough due diligence. That's all for today's episode of Explain the Charts. Thanks for watching.